everyone, it's Cindy. Welcome back to Studioloo. So I am here today with this beautiful new journal that I just completed from an 1885 book called Opening a Chestnut Burr by E.P. Rowe. It has this gorgeous spine. And I've obviously reinforced it because it is an old book. It's in very nice condition though. It has all these beautiful leaves and this embossing, and it's quite a lovely book. So I went with kind of a theme of there's warmth and a little bit of a hearkening to chestnuts as well. So the closure is with eyelets that are punched through, gold eyelets, and vintage chestnut colored seam binding. This is a 4-signature journal, and in the inside there is some really pretty floral paper that is on the back. I'll show you this side as well. It's the same. So here's my seal, and this is my my front with this beautiful authentic vintage cabinet card. So I chose this one because it had a pinkish hue to it, and it is from Lucknow, Ontario. And I felt like, chestnuts, like there's a little bit of a feeling to little keepsakes that are like they're lucky, right? So it all just kind of fit. Just fit. And this is just a little bit overexposed, which gives it this soft look. And it's this lovely gentleman standing in his 3-piece suit against this beautiful antique chair. And then inside, this is actually from a book cover. It is a Kate Greenaway illustration of the Pied Piper, and it's just beautiful. So that just tucks inside this little pocket here. I'm just going to stand it up so I can pop it in there. Okay, so Opening a Chestnut Burr by E.P. Rowe. Added some chestnut cutouts there. And so that's the original book plate from the book. A vintage playing card with roses and some gold around the edge. And inside, it's on this really pretty green, kind of bluey green paper. We have a laminated maple leaf that I did. And this is like a double journal card, sort of. And this is actually from an Edith Holden book that is about like decorating and stenciling and painting to look like Edith Holden aesthetic. So both of these patterns are that. And I've just stitched some fabric and coffee dyed lace up top. So that just pops in there, and the little leaf goes in there with it. And then we have a little butterfly and some botanicals there. Some of these beautiful little, what are they called? Oh, all of a sudden it's left my mind. They're bleeding hearts. They're one of my favorite botanicals. And then this really fun image here of this rope sort of going across. I thought that would be nice to write on. Some tea-dyed paper with the first of 4 stitched on tabs, lace, and fabric. And we have this little World's Fair 1883 label, holding onto that little journal tag. And this is on an Edith Holden Country Diary page with dead leaves of elm, oak, beech, chestnut, and sycamore. And then the water hen or moor hen is on the other side. Some more tea-dyed paper. And this is cut out from a really beautiful book. It's like pointillist of this little sort of flowery face girl. And you'll see some lace stitched on the side there. It's a wraparound pocket for this little journal card. That fox stamp is just so nice. I love it. And more tea-dyed paper. This little pocket here, collaged, and more Edith Holden. And this is a Buckeye page, which is another word for chestnut, from a field guidebook. So that's a journal card for writing on. On this side we have this pocket, and it's on Edith Holden paper. We've got a Robert Burns poem back there, and the thrush feeding on the berries of the rowan or mountain ash. And that is an Edith Holden image as well from her book. I was giving up the Edith Holden for this journal. More tea-dyed paper and that lovely rope. World's Fair 1883 and this little botanical here. This is more Edith Holden. It's a little chestnut belly band, and then just a little simple notebook of tea-dyed papers. And it has some velveteen scrapbook paper up top, and then just a little bit of matching embellishment. This side we have an avocado dyed Rolodex card that I've embellished here and added this tag to. This is from a really old book as well. This lady on a horse. And then this beautiful bird guide. And then this little pocket here has the info about the white throat. And then this tag is from just a beautiful botanical photography book. And I like these little pink flowers for the aesthetic of the book. Kind of a feminine, soft-toned book. And then some nice trim on the side there. Some botanicals. And this side we have an envelope, and it's actually a tuck spot too, so you could tuck something in there. I managed to leave something without something inside of it. Can you imagine? And then this tag I made from Fun Packaging. It was actually part of, I think, Ephemerember. And I just thought that the aesthetic as well as the size went really nicely with this book. So this is where it is destined to live. This is a 1935 invoice. And some tea-dyed paper with the second stitch tab, a botanical greeting card. This is some fun patterned paper and a little envelope. And inside the envelope we have this little journal card, all Bleeding Hearts themed. And that just pops on here with a rusty paper clip. Juniper berries. This is from an Edith Holden book. And then the center of the book is, of course, this big Spanish chestnut and horse chestnut spread done by Edith Holden to go with the fact that this is called Opening a Chestnut Burr. This pocket on this side with a little Amity Bloom tag that has this vintage granulated soap ad, a little journal card there. You can also journal on the back side of the tag. And then this little label here, more of that pattern paper, and then another little nut there. This beautiful pocket is holding on to one of my chestnut dolls, a little paper doll. You could use her as a journal card, or you could stick her in somewhere in here. Tea-dyed paper and vintage invoice. This little collage pocket here on this fun patterned paper. This is a piece of ephemera that I made as part of Roxy's weekly challenge. It's like a lovely collage with vintage kind of documents and things, and then on back it carries over, and then you have another vintage invoice attached at the back, and it's tied together with some jute, and then that just pops in here, and you'll see peeking through a little bit of copper tape. So over here we have this lovely envelope, and inside of it is one of my giant tickets from my kit on Etsy, and that just goes in there, and the envelope then tips out, and we have a little more writing space there. You could also add a pocket here if you wanted to. I wanted to leave some of this journal kind of like, you know, up to the owner to play with. Tea-dyed paper and another beautiful field guide image. Chiff chaff, and then this is a little stitched round with a little key attached, and then this little journal card inside, or sorry, tag. This says beautiful gold stitching on this botanical pocket, and it's on a beautiful gold stitched paper. And then we have this pancakes and applesauce kind of childlike recipe card. It's a journal card for pancakes and applesauce. And that would be my alarm going off. So that tucks in there. Then this pocket here, it says Only Imagine. It's from an Anne of Green Gables book, and it's on some lovely floral paper. And this is again from the Edith Holden stenciling and decorating book. So again, they're trying to create her look, and it was filled with these lovely bees, so I just added that on the back as another little spot to jot something down. Some handmade paper. This says Forest Echoes, some music paper with another tab there. This pouch here has botanicals on both sides. And then inside of it is an original vintage photograph. And I just love it. First of all, the colors go nicely with the aesthetic, but it's also the most charming photo. It's just this lady, I'm assuming with her children. These two are in some kind of probably like a band or something. And then this little one's like dressed, I think, like a bee. She's got little antenna. And yeah, it's really cute. They're all dressed up. So that's a real photograph from my collection of photographs. And that just goes here, and then it flaps over the top, and we add this rusted paper clip. And here this says Master Harvey Grote, Christmas 1904. And then this is from a field guide. It is has a page of different leaves, but it does have chestnuts on it. It has some others as well: maples, buckthorns, dogwoods. Tea-dyed paper. This is a little tuck made from Edith Holden paper on this beautiful background. And this is an authentic vintage postcard for Happy New Year. So kind of appropriate as we're into this January. So this was sent in 1909 as a greeting to someone, Miss Emma Smith. And where was it sent from? It was sent to Canada from England, I believe. England. Yep. And this is like an old family tree image from an old family tree book. And then we have this little Valentine heart in the center. This botanical kind of page and tea-dyed paper. The other side of that field guide, and there we have the chestnut. Also some maple seeds. This is the original sort of second page of the book, Opening a Chestnut Burr. And I wanted to include this whole little spread. So this was the next page. It talks about the Rainbow series of books. And then we have some more old writing on lovely old patinaed paper, the Rainbow series. And I just clipped on, for a little extra writing space in that section, this beautiful piece of 49 and Market paper. It's just gorgeous. From their Sherbert collection. I absolutely love 49 and Market paper. It's really nice. Then we have a little mercantile label down here. And this lovely forest woman, handmade paper, alcohol ink paper, and floral on this side. And we have this little notebook on this side. So this has two brads in it, and it just kind of tucks into itself. And it has different fun little papers. So this is some dyed parchment, a stitched page. This is like a little botanical drawing. This is a vintage piece of stationery with some embossing, some tea-dyed paper, and then that bunny at the back. And the outside page is made from just a lovely needlework book that I got. And yeah, it's got strawberries. It's really lovely. Just a nice little piece of ephemera. More of that gold stitched paper. And then we have a large envelope with bleeding hearts on it, and inside there is this photograph. It's kind of cool. It's like it's a kind of a modified color scheme, but it is a photograph. It's printed on glossy paper, and I got it from, there was a big box of photographs at Scrap in Baltimore, and I got it from there, and I just thought it was so nice, so I had to grab it and make a journal card with it. Some nice bright and happy nature. And then we have this floral botanical pocket that I collaged, and this came out of a book called Roses. It's like a kind of a compendium about the rose in art, and it's a depiction of a piece of beautiful jewelry, and I liked the violet colors on this page, and it's sitting in a vase, just a journal tag. And some dyed paper with a tab at the bottom again, forest leaves. And we have a little tuck spot here. This came out of an Anne of Green Gables book, and then this little tag for writing on that just matches it's made from the same paper as some of the scrapbook paper in here, and it's a nice aesthetic for the book. And a little strip there, more handmade botanical paper. And then the center signature, just this beautiful image here. And just a little fun writing spot there, and a little label on the handmade paper. Some pink dyed paper with a little red flower. This is a little vintage image from an old encyclopedia of a cardinal with pink flowers, and I just added it on this green pocket. And then we have this vintage botanicals and birds journal card. It's from an old book. And then we have a little chipmunk over here and some green dyed paper, some damask, some nice blank pages, and then a little collage pocket with some Edith Holden. And then this lovely journal card at the end here. This is a very old piece of art that's in the public domain, but I cut this out of that Roses book. It's just such a beautiful piece. There's a whole collection of this style. I forget the name of the artist, but he painted women as flowers, essentially. And then we reach the end, and I have my signature and my stamp there. So thank you for joining me for the opening of A Chestnut Burr. This book is going to be going up in my Etsy shop a little bit later, or if you're seeing this video, it's already there actually. I like to have them posted once I post the video. So thank you so much for hanging out with me and watching this little flip through. I have enjoyed making this journal. I've done it just kind of in my quiet time when I'm not making videos, because January's been busy with Junk Journal January. I've been making videos every day, so I haven't been making like the journaling videos, but this one is done and I'm really happy with it. So I hope you'll have a great day. Bye for now.